Hi, my name is Kalam from Kalam Hussain Productions, and today I'm going to show you my custom Osmo Pocket rig that I've been building for the last couple of months. So just before we get into building the physical rig, I want to show you my newer camera bag that I house my entire rig in. It's really good value. I got it for £20 on Amazon, and like I said, you can keep an entire rig in here, which is amazing. And you have these fold out compartments, as I've just showed you, and this is where I store my entire rig setup, folded down as I would before a shoot. Now firstly, I have the Osmo Pocket extension rod. Now this is great because you have a phone holder as a wireless monitor, you have a joystick to control the pan and tilt, a record, customizable buttons, and a switch camera button. I've also mounted an Arca Swiss plate onto the bottom of this so I can mount it to the rest of the rig. Here is the Osmo Pocket. Many of you would know this camera as I'm using it as the main point of this rig. It has a 3-axis gimbal built in. It can shoot 4K at 60 frames per second. It has an inbuilt screen, and it has a USB-C on the bottom, which is what I'm going to be using to connect this, which is the Osmo Pocket wireless module. This allows me to connect through Wi-Fi of the Osmo to this, so I can use it as so, just like that. It gives me a sturdy base for the Osmo Pocket, and I can also use it in connection with my phone. In this case, I'm using the Note 10 Plus 5G from Samsung in conjunction with the DJI Mimo app, which gives me a perfect wireless monitor that can clip into this phone mount. Now here I have the Zoom H1N audio recorder in red. Now I chose this to record my audio. As many of you would know, you cannot record external audio into the Osmo Pocket while using the wireless base. This has been a massive problem for Osmo Pocket users, and I found that using the Zoom H1N is much easier, much more convenient, and much higher quality audio. Now for my audio, I'm going to be using the Boya BY-WM8 dual UHF 48 channel wireless mic system. This is the receiver for it. Has 2 antennas, A and B channels, and here are the 2 wireless mic packs, the transmitters that you can easily connect onto your Talent or put in their pocket and use the included lavalier mics on their shirts, as I'm doing now. Now this has a 3.5mm TRS cable coming straight out of it that can go into the side of the Zoom H1N. Now I find this great for audio because you can get a range of up to 100 meters from this, and we have tested and we can prove that it is at that range. And the simplicity of this, you can easily connect it, and it just records really high audio into the Zoom H1N. Now my last main bit of gear from my camera rig is the Lytra torch, the original. This is a fantastic little camera light that I purchased last year with the included dome diffuser on the light, which gives it a soft glow and really makes the skin tones pop when you're filming with it. Also some filters for different colours, and I've also mounted an Arca Swiss plate onto the bottom of this. Now this has 3 settings. It's a very bright light. I believe it goes up to 800 lumen, which is a lot for what it is, and it has 8 LEDs if I can remember correctly. Yep, 8, and I don't know if you can see this very well, but it is very bright. You can power it off. Now for the main piece of the rig, also in my camera bag, which I'll show you. This is my custom made base plate that I've been constructing for the last 3 months, which all of my components that I've just shown you will fit into this nice, neat rig here, which is actually 3 Arca Swiss clamps and 2 Manfrotto style RC2 clamps, Now, the reason why I've gone for a variety of clamps on my rig is because they are for different needs. So I use my Arca Swiss clamps for mounting the lights and my Osmo Pocket extension rod. Now that's because with the extension rod, you really want it to be secure and tight when you're using it, so it doesn't move around, you don't have any play in the rig itself. However, if I was using something like the RC2 plate, what would happen is because the plate is not a clamp and it's a sort of flick plate that goes in, it wouldn't be as secure, and after a while it gives some play which is not safe in your rig. So that's why I use a variety. And mainly what I use these two, the RC2 plates for, is actually for my audio, because it's super easy when you're just coming in, you want to clip in, clip out your microphones. You can swap in the wireless for, say, a Rode Video Mic Pro. You can use it with a shotgun, a lavalier. You can use it with any microphone, and it adapts to exactly what you need. Now, what I mount all of these base plates on is, if you see here, a long Arca Swiss plate, which is 200mm, which only cost me around £15 on Amazon, which I'll leave links in the description if you were interested. Now what it does is it will mount on the bottom here. It has a 1/4 inch plate, 1/4 inch screw that goes directly into the Arca Swiss plate here. The exact same on this side, it goes right in. You can tighten it with just a standard flathead screwdriver, and using that would be easier than a 50p, which many people do. And on the bottom of this 200pl plate, I have a Manfrotto quick release plate. This is for use for attaching it to my tripod. I've actually mounted 2 screws, the included 1/4 inch thread, and one that I have brought from a hardware store, which just gives it much more secure, because when you're on your tripod, you want it to be level, not moving around, and having 2 screws going all the way through the plate stops it from moving side to side when you're filming, which is really great, and it stops any plate, anything from happening. So now each plate has levels. So as you can see on this side, you have bubble level there, one in the middle there, and you also have one on this side. You also have each one on the clamps, so you can really make sure that each component in your rig is nice and level when you're filming on the horizon. And it's just a really great rig that I have come up with to house all of those mini camera parts into one small, relatively compact space that will fit your needs. And one main point I want to stress in this video is that this is not just for the Osmo Pocket. If you want to mount your DJI Osmo, you just get an Arca Swiss plate, put it onto the bottom, clamp it in, and that's all you need to do. That's what's really, really simple about this rig. Now, as I've already shown you, the Arca Swiss clamps use clamp style and not clip style, as in the RC2 style. That's like I've said, for security, and also because it's a lot easier to clip in and out with the audio, but makes it a lot more secure when you actually have a physical clamp to tighten down your camera rig. So thank you very much for watching part 1 of this 3-part video series. In part 2, we're going to be showing you how to assemble the rig that I've shown you in this video. Thank you for watching.